Hey everybody, welcome back, and in this video I have something very exciting for you guys. We are going to be taking away 10 positives from last night's game against the New England Patriots. Let's get right into the video. Alright, so right now everybody's kind of really down over the last game, and I'm trying to understand why everybody's down because it's just a preseason game. Now, some of you guys, I will admit, you guys are up, you guys are ready to go, you're not, down after that game, and that's a really good thing. You shouldn't be down. So to help brighten the mood or make anybody's day, here are 10 positives that we can take away from the Detroit Lions last night preseason debut. And I think there's some good ones on this list, and if there's any on this list that you guys didn't think of, make sure you let me know in the comments below that I did a good job of thinking of things. And if there's some that you think of that I didn't, make sure you let me know in the comments as well. So let's start this off. Coming in at number 10, we know where we are versus the best team in the league really historically in the last decade, and the game doesn't even count. Who can you ask for anything better than that? When you want to really see, okay, I understand these aren't the starters, but for our bench guys, right? These are the second string kind of guys, second, third string. You really want to know where you're at. No matter what level you're playing at, you want to know where you are. And how do you do that? Well, you compare yourself to the best. And as we know, the Patriots are the best. Every single year, they're the best. Even if they don't win the Super Bowl, they're usually in the Super Bowl. So historically, they've been the best for the last decade. What do we get to do? We get to start off the season by playing the best team in the league, and it doesn't even count. And we couldn't ask for anything better than that. Because the fact is, if this was a regular season game to start the season, that would stink. Because it's like, dang, that's not really fair. We have to play the Patriots right away. But for being a preseason game, we can see, okay, here's where our second string and third string is at. It's the first week of preseason. We have a lot of time to fix things. This is okay. Now we know where we are at. And that's something that every team wants to know. You just want to know. And again, it's week one, so things happen. Things can spiral out of control very quickly. We saw it versus the Jets. So let's not make a big deal out of the score, right? I mean, the Jets game, yeah, we got smacked. But honestly, doesn't mean anything? No, it was one loss. It's one loss out of 16 no matter how bad you get beat. And that's even better for preseason because it's no loss no matter how bad you get beat. Now, hopping into number 9, we have found ourselves a good field goal and punter as a backup. Yes, now, I don't know if he'll make the team. We're not sure how everything's going to work out. But Ryan Santoso has proven to me, and we've seen it time and time again, this guy's improving, and he can do both. He can do both very well. And that's what Ryan Santoso brings, and not a lot of other teams have that. Look at the Bears. We are grateful to have a kicker, a Matt Prater, that we can rely on. The Bears haven't found a kicker in years, and they've tried 10 of them. We have a backup that's probably better than anything they have there in Chicago. So I think we should be grateful, and that's really a very big positive that we took out of last night's game. Coming in at number 8, Matt Patricia believed in his guys enough to throw a challenge flag on a pass interference call. Now you may be thinking, oh, that's whack. That's not Matt Patricia believing in this guy. He just did it because we were getting beat so bad. Maybe you can make that argument, but if you're looking at it maybe in a different lens, think about it. Matt Patricia, knowing we're getting smacked, decides to throw a challenge flag on Travis Fulgham's deep ball attempt, where I think they could have definitely called pass interference. Now you could say, okay, maybe they shouldn't. Whether they did or not, they did not. That's what matters. But the fact is, he still had belief in his guy. Look, I know it's preseason. I could easily just move on from that play and say, you know what? No, that didn't happen. But I believe in you. Even though you're a rookie, I believe as you as a second, third stringer that, look, I believe that, you made your best effort to go get that. And yes, you were obstructed from getting the ball. So I'm going to throw that flag. Whether it works or not, we'll have to wait and see. And again, there's no consequences because it's the preseason. And that's nice for Matt Patricia. And I guess you can take any kind of negative spin you want on that. And that's fine. If you want to say that that's not true at all, go for it. But I think there's also a good way to look at that. Coming in at number 7 is simply that football is back, guys. I mean, we're down, but football's back. Literally, we can watch football again. I mean, how many times do you get to say that a year? The season's not very long, and I think we should embrace the fact that it's back, and we should be happy. Now, coming in at number 6, we have that, again, we should embrace something, but this time we should embrace the underdog role. And we've tried to do that, right? We've done that for years. But the whole thing with the Lions is, okay, we're supposed to go 3-13. USA Today predicts us to be trash. So we're going out there with the underdog mindset. We are the underdogs compared to the rest of the NFL. Everybody thinks that last night's game is what's going to happen in every single game in the regular season. Everybody thinks we're going to be by every team. And if you believe that, that's fine. But, everybody, mainstream believes that. So for us to take this as an opportunity to look and say, we got beat bad, but this can only help us in that underdog role that, look, this means nothing, and yet people are still like making a big deal out of getting beat in the first game of the preseason versus the best team in the last decade. So for us, this is a good chance to embrace the underdog role and really take it into the season with us and help ourselves out. Now we're cracking into the top 5, and this is a little bit of player one, and this is that multiple vets or players for the Lions that have been here before that are trying to make this team are playing well and improving. Now, not everybody, and again, it's only one game, so I can't say that, hey, Michael Forty had a bad game, you're going to be cutting out. Like, there's a reason you got 4 weeks, my guy. You got 4 weeks, and we can wait up to that time. You can do it early, but we can wait. We can give you another week. Not everything is going to be judged on one game. If it was judged on one game, then there would be no good players, right? It would be so random how you find good players in any sport. Because you're going to see a guy go off, and say you're looking at basketball, for example. Sometimes you'll see players that you really haven't heard of drop 30 points. It's like, dang, that guy's good. But he's not that. He's his best and his worst. You get rid of those, then look at his average. This guy averages 8 points per game. He's not a 30-point per game scorer. But if you just looked at one game out of the whole season, then you could say, okay, this guy's good, while a guy that averages 30 points per game, that maybe he just has an off night. I mean, and he only scores, 12 points. And you could say, well, that guy's not good. But the problem is it was one game. So I think we can't overreact over one game. And I saw multiple guys improve through the first game. And that's a good sign. Miles Killebrew, Brandon Powell, and Ryan Santoso. Now let's hop into number 4, where we have 1 week closer to the season. Right, we're 1 week closer. Again, this kind of goes back to the one I said earlier, to number 10. We are 1 week closer to the season, which there's 2 good ways to look at this. One, we're close to the season. Regular season matters, and that's what we care about. That's what we want to see. But also, even though we're 1 week closer, we still really have like 3 to 4 weeks before the season even starts. So that means that we have tons of time to improve upon anything, and that kind of goes back to number 10. So that comes to number 4. Now, into the top 3, we have some good ones. Number 3, the Lions kept fighting. And you could say, well, this is obvious, right? They're all trying to make the team. You could say that. Again, you could take a look at everything in the whole world from different lenses. And there's definitely different perspectives that come with everything. But you could also look at the perspective that, hey, they were getting destroyed. But did they stop fighting? And no, I get it. They're fighting for their job. But it's still a thing, right? You have the same offensive lineman out there, and they're giving up like 7 sacks. How can you legitimately feel looking at the scoreboard, hearing booing from the crowd, saying it's 31-0? What is your immediate reaction to that? I'm done. I'm sick of this, right? But no. And if you're going to say they shouldn't, right? They're getting paid, whatever. I just want to say it like this. They're still competing, and we went and scored. Okay, we went and scored at the end of the game there. We did get a field goal. Yes, we didn't get a touchdown, but we got a field goal. We kept fighting, and overall, I think that's one of the most important things. The thing you do, it's so important to just keep fighting because, again, you're going to have bad days, you're going to have off days, but you just got to keep fighting because, especially like a preseason game, it doesn't matter. Just keep fighting. Good things will happen if you keep playing as hard as you can. So that comes in then at number 3. Number 2 is a little bit different. It has not a lot to do with the Detroit Lions, maybe a little bit, but it's more to do with you guys, and this is how appreciative I am of you guys. Y'all were with me for like the entire stream, whether you were in and out, whatever it may have been. You came in at a certain time, you left at a certain time. It is what it is. Everybody's got a life. I was on for 3 hours, right? I'm not expecting anybody to go on for 3 hours. But the fact was, you guys, a lot of you guys were with me the whole time. And we were getting beat 31-0, right? We lost that game 31-3. And you guys were with me throughout mainly an entire 3-hour stream. And there was really nothing exciting happening, right? There was nothing to like cheer about together. But yet we were together, making positives out of negative. We were laughing at funny things that were happening. It's just such a great community that we are right now. We have to embrace that. That, look, yes, the game's bad, but we're still together and we're all Lions fans and we're going to get through it together. And I think that's something that different I can use to my advantage with the YouTube that I've never been able to use before. Because before I was just kind of me, right? I'd watch the game and I get upset, I'm like, this sucks. But now I have you guys, and I'm like, okay, I can go share this with somebody, and they feel the same way because they're the same big fan that I am. And now, coming in at number 1 is the simplest answer. It doesn't mean a thing. It doesn't mean a single thing. In the reality of it, we can still go 16-0. We can still win the Super Bowl. It means absolutely nothing to the season. No coach gets fired throughout the preseason. I mean, unless he like fights his player. I don't think coaches get fired throughout the preseason. Like, nothing happens, okay? Players will get cut, but no coach is getting fired. The season's not over in the preseason. It doesn't mean a thing that we lost yesterday's game. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this week we came out, turned everything completely around, and won the game. I mean, would you guys be surprised? I wouldn't be surprised because things just they happen like that, okay? Things happen like that, and there's multiple ways to look at it, but I think finally the best way to end this off is that it doesn't mean a single thing, and that we're close to the football, and that you guys are amazing, and that we should be excited that football is finally back. So those are my 10 positives I can take away from last night's debut. If I forgot anything, make sure you let me know in the comments below. But anyways, I am appreciative of all you guys. Hopefully Curse can get better, Darius Kilgo, Tom Savage, hopefully all of the guys that went down with injuries are okay. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you, Prep, for watching, and I'm out.